I'm here with Mark Nelson. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Katie.
And today we are talking about recycling. And Mark, you have a great technique for taking an old component. And this is actually rings from a necklace that you made a few seasons ago, right?
Sure is,
So you're taking these little guys and attaching them together.
We're going to solder them all together and make a ring.
Okay. So giving some new life to old components.
We're going to try.
All right. So what do we do?
All right, we're going to start with the link. And since we're going to solder them together like that, what we need to do is make a flat spot so that they have a good connection.
Oh, so they can join.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to take that ring and I'm going to just take a file. And all you need to do is just file a little flat spot. Just like that. And you want to try to make it directly opposite. So this particular link here is neat because it has big dots.
Oh, so it's really
across.
clear.
So I can come over to the other dot. And I know that that's where my other flat spot's going to need to be.
Okay. Now this is kind of a labor-intensive project, so we're going to show viewers how to do part of it this week, and then they can come back next week and see the rest, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
And so now we got a flat spot we're going to solder. And I'm going to do what they call sweat soldering.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means I'm going to actually flow some solder on there and not actually attach anything to it right now. This makes the soldering job a lot easier.
And you'll need to use the solder because it's sterling silver, right?
Right.
Okay.
And because it is sterling, you also need what they call barrier flux. And this is a flux that protects the entire piece.
So you're just brushing it on with the paintbrush?
Just brushing it on. And I'm also using a little bit of what I call flow flux. This is a flux that allows the solder to actually flow. I need my safety glasses.
Safety first.
And then I am going to use a little torch, oxygen propane, and I can get the flame that I like on there.
Okay.
And I'm going to use easy solder. Easy solder will flow at a lower temperature, and it'll also take the shaping a lot easier. So we heat that up. And we'll get the flow.
Okay.
See that?
Yeah. And so then once you have your solder, you bring in your other piece. You already have some linked together here.
I already have some linked together. And so I can just take this. And we'll line that up. And another thing about those nice little dots, you can always match them up. But this is sterling too. So I need to protect this from,
okay.
from
So you're
fire
covering
scare.
it as well.
Right.
All right. And so with the sterling rings, would you just determine the number based on the width of the ring that you want to make?
Or the size, yes.
Okay.
Right. The size of the ring will do the width and the overall size of the ring. Like this 5 rings here will give you about a size 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But that size 6 is really, really loose. You can change that really easy.
Oh. I bet you're going to show us how to do that later.
I hope, yes. So what we need to do now is we'll go ahead and heat this up, and as it gets heated up, I'll give it a little slight push.
And what's happening there with the color?
The color, you'll see a lot of that blue-green is actually the alcohol from the barrier flux. See it flow?
Yeah.
So those pieces are all now soldered together.
Wow. So it's all one solid piece.
One solid piece.
So is this is this going to be really hot now? Or we need to be careful?
You certainly will be hot. It's about
Okay.
1100 degrees.
Okay.
So you want to put it in some water.
And pickle.
And then pickle. And drop that in there. And we'll let that sit for just about a minute or two. And when we bring it out, we can actually start forming it.
And you'll do that with the mandrel?
A ring mandrel, right?
Okay, and a ring mandrel is really handy because you can determine your size. Some people might not be familiar with what it is, but it's like a ruler, basically, for the graduated sizing of rings.
Right. So we can see that the different sizes are on here, just like a ruler. And let's say if I want a size 6, I can start bending at that size. So this is...
You're attaching it now with a vise?
I'm going to put it in a vise because that way it's a lot easier to hold. Otherwise, it can be kind of cumbersome. And the neat thing about this is that you can go ahead and just go, I'm going to be right about here, and just start pushing. Now you do have to push kind of gently and slowly.
So you're not, are you a little bit concerned you don't want to break that soldered point?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start by using my hands. And can you hand me that, that dead blow hammer again? Okay. Thank you. And once I've done most of it with my fingers, I can actually come in and start maybe at a larger size. Because you don't want to overstress, like you said, overstress the seams and get them to break. So we'll just keep doing that and we'll form it. I like to form, I'm right-handed, so I form on the right-hand side. And then I flip it over and then do the other side.
So you're giving it nice even pressure all the way around.
Right. And I'll keep doing that. And then I'll get to this stage. And there again, just keep on doing it. I might move down to a smaller radius. And then I'll just keep going, even smaller.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to stop you there, Mark. We'll see the rest next week.
Okay.
Love this project, and it's just another great way to do recycling in your own studio. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.